I wanted to build a dartboard back cheap to protect my wall. I went to Home Depot, bought a large sheet of insulation that was 1 inch thick, about $15. The darts stick to it extremely well. They do not go all the way through. I cut it to the size I wanted. I laid the dartboard on top of it, drew a line around it, and started cutting the hole out.
Once it's cut out, like so, I'm going to try to fit it. Alright, so it's a little tight. I'm afraid once I put the felt on, it's going to be even tighter. So I'm going to go ahead and sand some of it. I want a snug fit, but at the same time, I want to have it where it's loose. So when the felt's on, it's going to be even tighter. Let's give that a try. So let me just show you. So as it goes in, it almost hits the wall. The darts actually stick in this pretty well. You can see a lot of practice is needed. Not all these holes are mine. The reason I have it down further is for my kids when they practice. The idea is I could cut it off later, but I want to show you the holes. The holes actually, they don't close up completely, but they it actually works pretty well. I took the insulation backboard off, and surprisingly, there's not any marks or anything. This is the glue I'm going to use. The only reason I'm going to use it, well, it's the only glue I have in the house. So I can tell you, one, it stinks. And two, I did a little test sample, and you can see it actually eats the insulation. But it did stop, so I think I'm still going to go ahead and use this. The felt sticks down here pretty good. It's going to be up against the wall. So the idea is I just want to be able to keep the felt tight. I'm going to glue the back side of the board, so I'm not too concerned about it melting a little bit. I have the insulation laid on the table and the felt face down. Never done this before, so I have no clue how it's going to work. But my idea is I'm going to put glue all along the edge, and then I'm going to attach it, pull it over, let it sit for a little bit. I'm going to pull it tight on the other side and do the same thing. And then in the end, when it's all dried, I'm going to cut a little slit here, cut some slits, and fold this over to wrap it around here. Okay, this has been sitting for, I don't know, a couple minutes, 3 minutes maybe. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. Okay, like I said, you know, I'm not a fabric kind of guy. I don't really know much about it. So what I did is I cut, and this fabric was like this, wrapped around. I just ended up cutting it like this and straight down. So basically it comes out like this. My idea is I'm just going to fold it over and glue it. There's a little crease right here, but it's really not sticking up here. So I think I'll be okay. I'm going to do that on all 4 sides. Now let me just show you what I was talking about. As far as these corners, you can see when you fold it over from this side. So what I'm trying to do, and these scissors are not the best.
They're actually terrible, to be honest with you. And then the idea, oh, I didn't cut enough. The idea is when I fold this over, so I didn't cut enough, so let me move this. Man, I might as well just use a butter knife for this thing. That's the deal. And then now, I can pull it over, and like I said, there's a little bit here, but I think when it's on the wall, it'll be okay, and I'll tuck it in. Alright, let's give that a try. Remember, pull it tight. Okay, you can see on the inside, there's some spots like that where it doesn't cover completely. This one's probably the biggest, but down at the bottom it's covered, so I'm hoping when I put the dartboard in there, you're not going to be able to see that. See how it fits. So let's give it a little test here. I guess you can't see it. Yeah, the dart's in there. You can see a little tiny hole where the felt was. That's not too bad. There, now you can't see it. It was right around here, right there. So it turned out better than I thought. It ended up costing maybe $20, $25 at the most. Looks pretty good if it doesn't last. Getting all the holes, it's cheap enough just to build another one.